and then I was like, मुझे interview सुनाओ, यहाँ से ये edit करके ये यहाँ जोड़ो.
So from lunch to evening tea to dinner. बस हो गया प्यार. At 11:15 she messages me, 11:30. I'm coming back from my shoot, I'm listening to you. Okay? So I decide on the spot, baby, you're getting it now. On air, live, okay? So I get my favorite song played. I say, okay, just keep listening for 5 more minutes. I cue her favorite song. I open the mic and I propose to the lady on air.
This was the time when he proposed to me. I was not saying yes to him. And he said, now I can't meet you because I'm getting only more serious about you. You're in the friendship zone. So let's part ways. I think if he didn't, decide to get married on time and in that year, maybe in a few years, they would have never been able to attend our wedding. So I think we took the right decision at the right time.
What about you?
And Anmol is getting emotional. What actually happens is कि अब हमारे बीच में there's one little cute thing that comes who gets all the hugs and kisses, which I used to get. So now I'd miss those mornings when I used to be woken up with like puppy, shappy, jhappy because it's going to somebody else.
Relationships are always stronger when you're best friends first and a couple second. Today I have a couple who actually started off as best friends and they are also busy sharing a couple of things with all of their fans. But today we have them sharing a lot more than just a couple of things. Amrita Rao and RJ Anmol joining me for conversation only on Chemistry 101. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you? Wanted them for first season. नहीं हुआ. अब पकड़ के लेके आया हूँ मैं.
Yes.
Finally.
And we are so happy that we are doing this with you, Nayan.
I'm so happy that you're doing
because we love your interviews. Yay. I saw your interview with Rashmika Mandana.
Oh,
and I think the way you handled that interview, I thought to myself, मैं नहीं कर पाता शायद. मैंने बहुत अच्छा किया.
You know, actually, उसने जो चीजें बोली उस interview में, I just felt that she was speaking for me also. It was like a +1 to everything that, like she always hides her pain behind a smile, which is what my mother does, I do all the time. And I'm like, oh God. I was like, okay, is she talking for herself? Is she talking for me? So that's why I connected with her. Yeah. But thank you so much. It makes me really happy. I knew that you said कि मैं बोलूँगा कौन सा interview मुझे पसंद है. But I also like that interview. So thank you so much. You know what I want to ask you? You're an actor. He's an RJ. We usually don't see. They बोलते हैं ना कि actors और media वाले कभी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते. which is a myth actually. Let's be honest.
हाँ.
How did it happen? Like, do you remember the first time you guys met?
मुझे लगता था एक लड़का और लड़की कभी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते.
Oh, the Rashmi. There you go. Drop the mic. Super.
Suraj Barjati has trained you well.
Yes. On that note, I think it was, what happens is when love happens, it's all unplanned, but yet so perfect.
Yeah.
So that's what exactly happened. It was very unplanned. It was an interview.
It was basically I'd shifted to Mumbai and I was already doing my show on radio. I'd gone back to Delhi for a vacation, and I went to my radio station then to meet my friends. And we were just chilling, and this lady came to me and said, there's a film crew coming to promote, and the actress is here, the crew is not here. Can you please go and do some chit chat? Everybody's so busy. I said, नहीं यार मेरे को मत बोलो. I'm very bad with Bollywood people, you know that. So she said, नहीं 10 minute के लिए, 10 minute के लिए. So I said, who's she? She said, Amrita Rao. I was like, she's cute. Let's go. That's how we met.
But what was the first impression? So when you guys met, what was the first impression that you had of each other?
Yeah, so I entered the room. She was sitting all alone in that conference hall, and I remember I was like, oh, dude, she's more beautiful than what I saw in Vivah, because I had a crush on her.
Which film?
This was for My Name Is Anthony.
Yeah.
Achha.
Yep.
So actually, he didn't really speak much. Like he said, he's not very comfortable, I think, with our generation of actors. So he didn't really speak much, and he's not good with loose talk either. So he was just there giving me company, and I just remember this, that while I was leaving, he was just like looking at me like that.
Yeah. I didn't take her interview in that meeting, by the way.
Yeah,
The interview was done by another friend of mine, Naved.
Yeah.
I didn't take her interview in that meeting, but that was the first meeting.
I kind of remember that look, that Anmol was just like, it was a very like, I was like, ये क्या सोच रहा था मेरे बारे में?
And look at destiny, because I always say this, that Bhagwan ka jo screenplay hota hai, that's the most beautiful screenplay, okay?
True.
So while leaving, I was told that why don't you hand over the flowers to Amrita? I did that, and that was captured by the photographer in the radio station, at the radio station. And we have it on record because
we
of
have that picture with
Pehli
us.
Mulaqat, which
That
was
is
our
the first
first
picture
episode.
also.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
manifested it, I feel.
Wow.
No, manifested the love.
I think God was clicking those moments
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
What was your first impression of him when you met him? What all did you guys talk about in the first meeting?
See, to cut the long story short, she took my number.
Oh.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Let's talk about that first, okay, Nayan?
Oh.
Okay,
तो आग पहले यहाँ पे लगी थी.
नहीं, मुझे I just liked him. I used to hear his voice. I used to like listening to him on radio, and I was like, okay, I'd love to do an interview with him someday on radio. So I just happened to take his number, but I didn't know then. I was like this really innocent girl. I didn't know कि ऐसा number नहीं पूछते लड़कों को. They take it otherwise. They take it as a hint.
एक इंटरव्यू बहुत भारी पड़ा है अमृता को यार. बहुत ज़्यादा.
Okay, but let's talk about that first interview that I did with Anmol.
Oh, after that there was a
After that meeting,
Yeah,
that
that
was
is
just
where-
a meeting where there was no interview. When we came back to Mumbai and after a few months, Anmol called me and said, because he had my number, he called me and said that, I'm starting this all retro show on radio, and there was no show like that then, everybody was playing contemporary. Retro was forgotten.
Yeah.
So I have been such a hardcore retro fan. I was so crazy excited that I actually told him that I would like to come. I volunteered to come and do co-host a radio show with him.
अच्छा.
Man, you know what I'm saying, na? You know what I'm thinking
You
right now.
volunteered because of that only or because you liked him also? Be honest. आज तो बता ही दो.
आज हो जाए.
आज तो बता ही दो.
आज ये हो जाए. This should be
बता ही
like,
दो.
come on, dude. Man, thanks for this, yeah.
Arey yaar. Okay, it was my love for retro, radio, maybe
And
Anmol.
There we go. Drop the mic, baby. We have done it.
Yeah.
This is for the first time in 12 years. Otherwise, she's not ready to confess. I'm like,
Thank
dude,
God.
you're taking my number. You're saying that we should do a show together.
No. तो मैं किशोर दा स्पेशल करने के लिए I went to the radio station and I was very excited. So I had all my Kishore Da songs and like one school girl, I had this notebook and my notes, and I went and we were doing this interview on a Sunday, right? Yeah. And
My parents were shocked. This guy doesn't pick up a phone on Saturday, Sunday. He's going for an interview. What is this?
yeah. So that's how it happened, and that interview was epic by itself.
It lasted
Because-
for some 8 hours.
Yeah, it was an 8-hour interview. Now Nayan is going to be like, how could you do an 8-hour interview? Because
Listen to this. And then I want you to comment on this. So after the interview is over, after 3 hours or whatever, then Amrita Rao tells me, what? On a Sunday evening, my radio station, nobody's around. She tells me,
I said, I want to hear this interview with you now.
okay, then we heard the whole interview. Then she tells me,
I want to edit it.
I'm gonna edit the interview.
Wow.
Guys, like, come on, you decide, yeah.
Now
come
I
on.
want to know कि ये सिर्फ एक बहाना था जिस पर वो ऐसे कॉफी पे ही बोल देते कि हो गया अब कॉफी पे चल लेते हैं.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact is, Nayan,
How many celebrities sit with you for an interview, then watch it
Listen,
and then edit this?
I want. You guys are sitting with me on this edit.
Good one.
I've never said this to anyone. In fact, this is our first interview together, Nayan.
Bro.
On camera.
I'm very
Yes,
happy.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. The first
Yes.
interview ever.
Yeah.
So हुआ ये था that he calls me Lady Amir Khan because I'm this perfectionist, and because it was Kishore Kumar and I was so crazy about doing this all retro show. I told Anmol that this has to be perfect, and for me perfect means then till the T. So I was like,
You see the man she chose? Perfect.
हाँ, but I was like गानों का order भी वही होना चाहिए, गाने मेरे choice के होने चाहिए, and all these trivias that I prepared about Kishore Da. And then I was like, मुझे interview सुनाओ, यहाँ से ये edit करके ये यहाँ जोड़ो.
So from lunch to evening tea to dinner.
Dinner.
बस हो गया प्यार खत्म.
But उस बीच में कभी बात नहीं हुई before the first, like between the first meeting and the interview.
नहीं, बीच में that was only that one call where he called to announce that I'm starting a retro show.
So 4th of Jan 2009
Wow.
when I started this retro show, and
Wow.
for that,
He
I
remembers
had
you.
3 numbers. I had Jackie Shroff, I had Shilpa Shetty, and I had Amrita Rao. So these are 3 people I called to.
And all of them came.
I was about to say, and all of them got married to you. No, just one.
No.
Yeah, they all came. Yes, they all came, and I married Amrita. Yeah. But they're all very close to me. They're
Yeah.
all buddies. We are
Very nice human beings,
Yeah, they're
all
all
of them.
amazing humans. Yeah.
I want to know कि sparks कब flew? मतलब do you remember the moment where you felt like अच्छा Anmol is the person for me and when you
12 साल से मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ. इस
नहीं,
इंटरव्यू में आ
आज
जाए
तो-
तो
आज
हो
तो
जाए
पता-
मतलब.
आज तो
अच्छा.
पता ही
कब
चल
हुए
रहा
भी बताओ.
Sparks कब fly हुए? I think after I said yes to you, finally, and then the first date that we had officially in Bandra, I think it was around Christmas. I remember this very vividly. I was like, ऐसे बाहों में बाहें डाल के, we were walking in that Christmas lane. By the way, we have enacted that in our Christmas episode also. And I was like, oh my god, it's so cool to have a boyfriend.
I wish she had said, it's so cool to be with Anmol.
हाँ मतलब
बॉयफ्रेंड है तो मजा आ रहा है.
हाँ मेरे लिए तो फर्स्ट बॉयफ्रेंड था ना तो इट वाज लाइक बॉयफ्रेंड ऐसे होता है
अच्छा.
एंड द होल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ यू नो somebody just picking up your call any number of times anytime was so new to me, you know, like perhaps only my mom does that to me. So I really couldn't believe that कि ऐसा होता है. It was special. It was all of it
No,
was
but
special.
between that, you said that you said yes to him. So you asked her out first. What happened in between that? I lost.
All right, cool. So to put things in perspective, when I called her for my retro show and she said, let's do a show together. Now, now you know my relationship with Bollywood. I said, one more celebrity saying I want to do something together. Okay, of course we will. 3-4 months from that time, she messaged me herself because she was listening to my show while coming back from a shoot. Hey, let's do the show. I was like, oh, so nice, yeah? She was serious about it.
Yeah.
And then we did that show, the marathon show we are talking about. And in that show, during those 7-8 hours, I think every minute I was falling for her. And trust me, I was really falling for her. Imagine I asked her in that interview, off the record, are you dating somebody?
Yeah, he asked me,
So
are
that
you single?
I should know
or-
before I'm like completely falling for her. I should not fall flat on my face.
हाँ.
I get a clear
दिल
line.
टूटे ना.
I get a clear line. I said, bro, let's go for it. So from there on, we became friends. We started meeting, and then I said,
We actually also met for this while I was giving. Okay, I asked for a copy of that interview, the Kishore Da interview.
yeah. So after that interview, she said, give me a copy. I said, of course I will, but I'll not courier the CD to you.
I'll come and give it to you.
Yeah.
You have to take it in person. So she said, okay, cool, just remind me tomorrow. So I said, I'm so sorry, but I'll not remind. I don't give reminders because if it is important, you'll remember.
And I was like, ये थोड़ा different
She
है.
was like, ये क्या है?
Who is this guy?
Because I generally don't give reminders. I believe if it is important, you will remember.
Yeah, the only person who gives me reminders every day is my mother. I don't think anybody else even bothers. But you're right. If it's important, you will remember.
Yeah.
And he says that that's his mantra till date, you know. So that's how I decided to meet him, and then we became friends and we kept meeting until he proposed to me.
So one night I was doing my radio show. So what happens is when you're doing a night show and you're playing retro songs, what I am at 9 o'clock is very different from 11. 11 I'm like more little jhoomta hua. At 11:15 she messages me, 11:30. I'm coming back from my shoot. I'm listening to you. Okay. So I decide on the spot, baby, you're getting it now, on air live. Okay. So I get my favorite song played. I say, okay, just keep listening for 5 more minutes. I cue her favorite song. I open the mic and I propose to the lady on air.
Which song?
चांदनी रात में एक बार तुम्हें देखा है. Because this retro song she introduced to me.
Yeah, he plays retro songs all the time, but this particular song of Lata ji and Kishore Da, he had not heard. So I had given this song to him.
Oh, lovely. And what was your reaction? You were in the car?
I was not in the car.
By the time she was home,
I was at home, I was on my bed, and he said, don't
Tune in.
Yeah,
Say
he
stay
said
tuned
just
in,
stay
yeah.
tuned in because listen to the next link. I was like, abhi kuch to gadbad hone wala hai, and then he proposed to me.
And I said that you don't have to say anything. But if it is yes, just call me. That's it. Just call. Just say hello. What happened then?
Hello.
No, for that you have to watch the episode proposal, couple of things. I'll not tell you anything more.
Yeah.
Come on, Nayan. This can't be happening like
Ye
this.
kya? Cliffhanger.
Of course. Go and watch. You'll know what happened after that. Yeah, guys. Fair deal, huh?
I'm pretty sure you must have, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Oh.
ये तो होगा ही, but कुछ ना
I
कुछ तो अलग होगा.
called,
But no, don't reveal it to
अच्छा.
him.
I
He has to go
know
and watch
एक
it.
twist था, वो
Yeah.
उसके लिए episode देखना पड़ेगा.
Okay, I want to know when you guys decided कि अब तो मतलब we are together. तब के ज़माने में social media नहीं था. First of all, was it easy कि कहीं भी जा सकते थे, खा सकते थे, साथ में घूम सकते थे, that? And when you decided to tell people, like, who were the first people in your circle who you actually spoke about each other to?
So it was definitely not easy, Nayan. Although social media was not there, the pap culture was not there, but it was still for me. I knew that I'm in a place, I'm in an industry where even if one person gets to know, aag lag jayegi.
That's true.
So it was completely like we together, decided that Anmol is a very, very self-made person, khudar as he says.
Yeah.
And he did not want, he was, just
I was just starting
taking off with Purani jeans, and Purani jeans had caught fire, and he didn't want anything to take that away from him. Like if people got to know, they would say, oh, Amrita Rao's boyfriend. He did not want that.
Good on you.
Although that was the easiest part, trust me.
Yeah, he did not
One
want.
week, 2 parties, people would have
it's
plastered
true.
me everywhere.
It's true.
But that's not the way I am. Khudi ko kar buland itna,
Good on you. That's what I'm saying.
So,
Good on you.
I should be known as RJ Anmol. As simple as
Absolutely.
that.
So we waited till that day where, we were actually, like even when the media got to know about us finally, it was like, Amrita Rao is dating RJ Anmol. We waited till that day, and I knew that day is going to happen soon because, like I said, I met Anmol and I was like, he's going to go places. He's made for very,
Stands
very
out in
big
the crowd.
things.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
made for very, very big things. So, yeah.
So when did it finally come out, and what was your reaction? Did you know it was going to come out, and who did you guys speak to first?
So coming out, I remember how it came out, leading a newspaper printed on the front page.
Yeah.
Is Amrita Rao dating RJ Anmol? We didn't react. They got to know because at that time I was in the hospital, I had dengue, and she came to see me. I think somewhere from the hospital it got out. We didn't react to that, but I think they were hell-bent. In 3 days, again, front page, they plastered our photographs.
Yeah.
We didn't react to that either.
Yeah, we didn't react to that. We actually took our time. And I think the first time we made a formal announcement
when
was
was that, yeah?
directly when we tied the knot.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We directly, that was the time we actually formally said that we are together.
Yeah.
Before that, we never had any, it was only like speculation maybe. Are they dating? But we never confirmed it.
Even after
individually.
And even after that, it was not that we started going out to parties together or anything.
Yeah.
The first place where we went to was when Thakre was releasing.
Yes.
It was a special moment for us.
Which
because
was
she playing
2019, which was years after we got married. So
Yeah.
even after we got married and we
Yeah.
were staying together, we never went to any film event. We never did any interviews together. We never
Work your
shared.
talk.
Yeah, we never shared our life with the media or with public. Not for anything else, but because we both were very private people, and we thought that
Now we are out because our love story. We want to tell people our love story. It's such a magical love story.
Can I tell you?
A couple of things.
I think we need it.
Yeah.
People like me from this generation. I have seen my mom and dad my mom and dad are married for 42 years, to be very honest.
Wow.
This is the 43rd. They fight like kids. And whenever they're fighting, I am like their voice of God. So basically, I'm the messenger. Tell your father to take medicines, and then this is a very cute thing.
Yeah.
I feel that emotion is missing from our generation because, like Shah Rukh sir said, I really, really value this. Our generation and agle generation mein to hai hi nahi. Demotional, that people are very emotionally detached.
Yeah.
They are only emotionally attached to their phones.
How can you break up on WhatsApp?
That's right. Exactly.
I don't understand that.
इसी
So I'm
चक्कर
telling
में
you
तो मैं
guys,
प्यार ही नहीं
break
करता.
up, please. Break up is good, but don't do that. sit across the table, have a coffee, discuss. After all, you've shared such beautiful moments together.
Yeah.
So enjoy that, you know, celebrate that, move on.
So ये जो शादी प्लान हुई ये किसने की?
मम्मी पापा ने?
अच्छा, मम्मी पापा ने सब.
हाँ, करो आप लोग अपना
But did you
arrangement.
have like a dream thing कि ये करना है शादी में, या you wanted, because you guys are very private and simple people, did you
Yeah.
want it to be like a simple intimate gathering with
Yeah, it was exactly like that. Very limited people. We were very sure we were going to share the expense of marriage. It's going to be 50-50. Very intimate.
And I wanted a Konkani wedding. So it was done a Konkani style wedding. And I mean, in terms of the costume and the attire, but in terms of the ceremony, we didn't have a priest. We had two ladies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Two ladies who came and
She
they conduct the whole ceremony in a very Sanskrit and a very you know, it's very it's not like those mantras and you can't understand.
They involved everyone. They were
Yeah.
explaining everyone what is happening. It was not like अरे जल्दी कराओ नहीं ऐसा नहीं था.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
And when we decided the date and everything, we did that in a jiffy. And if I can actually tell you, my attire, which I arranged, would have actually costed not more than $2,500.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a very fab outfit.
He's like my brother.
So what she's saying right now, the hint is in what she's saying because we can't. I don't know if
I've
brands are
understood.
okay.
I've understood. I've
Yeah.
understood that.
Yeah.
But you know, what is that one memory from your wedding that you will take with you for lifetimes? Like you will remember it fondly and vividly.
From the wedding, I think the memory would be of my grandparents being there and them being able to witness the wedding, because that was very, very special. And then, of course, they're no more today. But I think if we didn't, you know, decide to get married on time and in that year, maybe in a few years, they would have never been able to attend our wedding. So I think we took the right decision at the right time.
What about you?
And Anmol is getting emotional.
You are very close to your.
He is very close to my grandparents.
But I'm very happy. You know, we don't see men like you.
You don't see men like, I don't think they make Anmol
Oh
anymore.
बस इतना ये pressure technique है कि बंदा behave करता रहे पूरे time बता
You
रहा
know,
हूँ मैं.
Nayan, let me tell you this. There was a phase when, you know, we were of course seeing each other. We were not married, and I was in America for an outdoor. It was a very long outdoor, and my grandparents came over from Pune. They were staying at my place because my house was otherwise, you know, it would have been locked. He used to call every single day to my grandparents to check on them if they were doing fine from his radio station, you know, and they were so.
In love.
He's getting emotional.
Because their image is.
They were so happy with, you know, him. Everybody in my family, they dote on him because he's so genuine with his feelings, and you know, he loved them.
We get to the good part.
Can we skip to the good
to the other
But
part.
have the loyalties shifted at home? Like your family,
Yeah.
do they support him in all his wrong, and do your family support her in all? मतलब झगड़ा हुआ तो मतलब सब बोलेंगे कि नहीं अमृता राइट है, झगड़ा हुआ तो बोलेंगे नहीं यार अनमोल ही सही है. ये होता है ना बट.
अनमोल हमेशा सही होता है. You have to understand that. क्योंकि वो अनमोल है. हम सब हैं. स्टार होंगे कहीं के. अनमोल. That happens. क्या करे?
जब शादी नहीं हुई थी तब किस बातों पे झगड़ा होता था और शादी के बाद किस बातों पे झगड़ा होता है, या फिर सेम है? झगड़ा तो होता होगा ना, ऐसा नहीं है झगड़ा हो ही नहीं.
जब शादी नहीं हुई थी तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि कभी झगड़ा हुआ.
क्या? वाह.
हाँ.
फिर हमने शादी कर ली.
और उसके बाद से झगड़ा किया?
हाँ यार. सलीम खान साहब ने एक बहुत खूबसूरत बात मुझे कही थी एक बार. उन्होंने कहा कि दो कपल्स के बीच में अगर अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो लड़ नहीं रहे हैं, और जहाँ लड़ाई नहीं है मतलब वो उस कपल में अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, ये भी गलत है.
ट्रू. Agreed.
तो बस फिर समझ जाइए वही है.
No, but किस चीजों पे, किस मुद्दों पे, छोटे मुद्दों पे होता है या फिर
हाँ, छोटे
Couple of things पे होता है.
couple of
ठीक है, सुन लिया. यही चाहता था ये इंसान, ये दरिंदा यही चाहता था.
दरिंदा. Oh my God, from
ये निकालो.
Okay.
So here I am, a new director in this industry, directing the diva, the actress Amrita Rao. सोचो मेरे साथ
But
क्या
she's
क्या होता
anything
होगा.
but a diva.
अरे यार,
She's a
but
diva.
You said it, Nayan, and he's anything but a bichara director. Because he comes on set and then he's like, I'm like, you didn't do your script, you have to take this seriously. This is couple of things, you have to take it seriously. And I'm like, ये retake करना है. नहीं, retake नहीं कर सकते, हमें वहाँ जाना है. We don't have the time. You should know your lines by now. See, I know my lines. ये सब चलता है behind the scenes. And अभी recently we were doing, the episode is called Why Not Me. And we were shooting in Juhu. Chandan Cinema के बाहर we were shooting.
Yeah.
And you know, I knew that I'm going to say something now. I had prepared it in my mind. मैंने अनमोल को बताया नहीं था because I knew he's a very emotional person and the minute I say he will, you know, cry. So I had decided and I told him कि अभी इस portion के बाद ना मैं ये dialogue बोलूँगी. We were standing in the middle of a road. चंदन के पीछे. And there was like these vehicles going and I was telling Anmol कि you know यहाँ पे वो नहीं होगा, वो emotion नहीं है. He didn't know what I'm going to be up to. So he was like, see, we have to go all the way to Andheri, we have to go to Yashraj. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't go here, I can't go there. यहीं पे shot करना पड़ेगा. So ऐसी चीज़ें होती है, but then मान भी जाते हैं. फिर we went into a lane which happened to be Dev Sahab's bungalow का lane, and Anmol is a huge Dev Sahab fan. And when I started my recounting our incident, and that was also an emotional incident, Anmol started crying. मैंने जब याद दिलाया
रोड के बीच में खड़े होकर रो रहा हूँ मैं. क्या करता हूँ मैं यार.
Started crying and then मैंने एक डायलॉग बोला कि कौन रोता है किसी और के खातिर, सबको अपनी ही किसी बात पे रोना आया. Which made Anmol even more emotional because I didn't know कि ये देव साहब का डायलॉग है. And Anmol is such a huge Dev Sahab fan.
And imagine his house is right there and she's saying this.
Yeah, so you know there are some things in couple of things that happen with us that are unplanned but so perfect. Like I say,
they bring out the magic.
They bring out the magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have some force with us right now.
But झगड़े के बाद पहले sorry कौन बोलता है?
Obviously.
Obviously who?
मैं. See, I try to.
I thought it would be you.
I'll tell you.
Why?
No. I'll tell you. Asha ji once told me that उनका और पंचम दा का झगड़ा हो गया and वो घर छोड़ के गई, कुछ 10-15 दिन तक बात नहीं की. उसके बाद जब बात हुई तो शीशे ने रियलाइज़ किया कि हमने ये 10-15 दिन वेस्ट किए क्योंकि लड़ाई हुई, उसको जल्दी से सुलटा के जो 15 दिन बाद हुआ वो उसी दिन या अगले दिन करके हमें टाइम बचाना चाहिए था. एंड आई वाज लाइक सही है, लड़ाई होती है, थोड़ा सा गए आधा एक घंटा, आई कम बैक एंड से ओके forget about this, move on. So that let's not waste time in that. There's so much love to be explored.
That's true.
Let's not waste time.
That's true. And you know, you took your marriage and your relationship to the new level. You're blessed with a very, very cute child. When I saw the pictures, I was like, मतलब मैं भी बोल रहा हूँ कि नजर ना लगे. But such a cute child. I remember that picture of yours on the bed with him, and he's just laughing. That's such an amazing. Yeah. Parenthood, has it changed equation at all? Has बोलते हैं ना कि marriage उतना change नहीं करता जितना parenthood change करता है between partners. It evolves your relationship. It gives you a new evolution, right? I want to know.
तुम्हें बड़ा पता है सब चीजें?
नहीं मुझे पता नहीं है, but my niece is like my own child only, so I know.
No, what actually happens is कि अब हमारे बीच में there is one little cute thing that comes who gets all the hugs and kisses, which I used to get. So now I'd miss those mornings when I used to be woken up with like puppy, shappy, jhappy, because it's going to somebody else who's supposed to be cuter.
सारा no, it's not about being cuter, but वो stock पूरा रात को खा जाता है.
हाँ, वो पूरा वहाँ पे हो जाता है. So होता है. Parenthood के साथ ये भी होता है. No, but it's fun. It's really fun. It's a different kind of bonding actually.
Yeah.
And it's very tough. Very, very tough. It's not easy. It's not.
And no one told us that.
किसी ने बताया नहीं.
अब तो शुरुआत है.
Offo.
I told you ना. But I want to know who's the good cop, who's the bad cop.
Yes, Nayan. By now you should know.
You are the bad cop.
Yes. She's strict, man. We two boys, we are shuddering when she's in the house, man. We are running away.
What?
Bhago.
This side of Amrita nobody knows.
Arey, she's a very naughty. She's very strict.
Strict?
मत जाओ इस ये topic मत छेड़ो.
Perfectionist, no. Lady Amir Khan का खिताब दिया है
बच्चे
मुझे.
से क्या perfection? I'm pretty sure.
नहीं, but
नहीं,
but you know
not
उसके
that.
ये सब. See, I'm not like crazy finicky,
Yeah.
but I'm particular about some basic things. मेरे लिए वो basic है.
Yeah.
But
वो तो क्लास में एक स्टूडेंट जो 90% तो ऑब्वियसली लेके आ ही जाता है. हमारे लिए वो 90% जिंदगी का एम है. हम तो 50% पे झूल रहे हैं. तो शी इज लाइक ये तो मेरे लिए बेसिक है ना.
I'm
90%.
99.999.
99. Oh, so then you are strict, Amrita. That's a little too much, ना? बेचारा 50, 75 पे तो आओ at least.
I think ये इंटरव्यू आप दोनों ही कर लो.
Yeah.
मैं यहाँ पे स्टॉप ब्लॉक में वैनिश हो जाती हूँ.
नहीं, this is about love.
But you know, I'll tell you something. What makes me fall in love with the bond that you guys have is the immense amount of respect that you guys have for each other.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Today, I think relationships crumble because of that one thing, lack of like disrespect and
Respect.
devaluing, which
Yes.
is not there, which is very evident.
So I'm so glad that Anmol came to, or God sent Anmol in my life at the right time. He kept me grounded, he kept me balanced, he made me realize who I am and that I should not change myself. In fact, you know, that when in one of our episodes, when we decided to break up, you know, when we thought that our families will not let this happen, and you
Really?
know, we were actually in that. You should watch couple of things.
No, I have not watched this episode. I watched a
No,
few.
I
It's
know.
called
you
Breakup.
have.
Okay,
It's
I'll
a breakup
see.
episode. So he actually told me that, you know, when we don't meet. Oh, sorry. Actually, this was the time when he proposed to me. I was not saying yes to him, and he said, "Now I can't meet you because I'm getting only more serious about you. You're in the friendship zone, so let's part ways." So at that time, when he was parting away, he told me that, "Amrita, I might not meet you again, but one thing I want to tell you: don't change yourself for the people around you. You know, you're very nice, you know, just the way you are, just be the way you are, don't change." So that's what he told me. And I really felt, you know, in all those days that we were hanging out as friends, when we were in that phase when we decided to part ways, I was like, man, how can I let this guy go? You know, there's nobody like him. So that's when.
But see now,
Bond, James Bond.
but now to lifetimes of togetherness,
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of life, right? But more power to both of you. On that note, अब तो मतलब इतने couple of things से बहुत आगे बढ़ के हम लोगों ने बातें की है, but बहुत प्यार की बातें की. अब थोड़ी तकरार होगी because there will be a competition and I'm going to give you guys a gift.
Alright.
And let's see. who
I'm
wins
very
it.
competitive, हाँ.
Let's see.
कुछ
you
नहीं
win
देखूंगा
it.
मैं.
Then-
नहीं,
then-
विन विन का नहीं पता, मैं तोड़ दूंगा लेकिन.
ओहो.
हटा दो भाई, ग्लास मत हटा दो भाई.
टेबल मत तोड़ो.
हटा देना भाई सब.
So we are back
Yep.
with both of you for this segment, which is called Fitness 101, presented by India Gate Health. So Chemistry 101 के बाद, because you guys are extremely fit, ये guess the food challenge है. तो मुझे जानना है कि do you know what are all these things? First things first. Although you'll not get brownie points for that.
Okay, I can tell you.
Yeah. What is this? Let's start with this.
I call it sparrow food, but it's not. Sparrow food? It looks like bird food, but it's not.
It's a superfood.
It is like a, I'll tell you what it is.
Dalia.
It's like a quinoa kind of a thing. It's
Is it Dalia?
He said dalia, you
Dal-
said quinoa.
quinoa,
It is
something like
quinoa.
it's quinoa, right?
It is
Okay.
quinoa.
What is quinoa?
What?
Quinoa?
For what?
तुम्हें नहीं पता what's quinoa?
No.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It's good.
This is brown rice. Okay. This is
I'll see.
I'll see.
that's him. Alsi, very alsi.
Please, he's not alsi.
अरे
doesn't
big
seem-
alsi.
Ah, yeah.
अरे पूछो
अरे.
मत.
Let's not even go there.
This is chia seeds.
क्या बात है यार?
वाह, ये तो
मैं
जीतने
तो
वाली है.
impress हो गया भाई.
मुझे लग रहा है अब तो मुझे पता है कौन जीतने वाला है.
This must be brown rice only, ना? और क्या मतलब क्या
No,
और
just
क्या हो
think
सकता
of the color.
जले हुए चावल.
है? हाँ मतलब black rice.
Yes,
Black
it is
rice.
called black rice. So basically
Black
game
rice
क्या है?
होता है?
हाँ, black rice भी होता है. So these are healthy alternatives to food. Okay.
Which I don't know any of these about.
You
I
don't eat?
I don't eat any of this.
What do you eat? Usually diet क्या होता है? But how are you guys so fit then?
Fit.
Workout.
No,
But diet.
I wake up in the morning and say thank you, mummy, daddy, for your lovely jeans. And he's the purani jeans. So.
Which means she does nothing.
But I want to know what are the kind of food that you usually eat on a daily basis?
So breakfast is like aloo ka paratha or
Wow.
हाँ, or
And this?
or
I
thepla.
also want.
हाँ, thepla. We love
It's all
theplas.
different kinds of parathas in the morning.
Yeah, thepla. Sometimes gobi ka paratha, sometimes upma,
Methi
sometimes
ka.
poha. Yeah, that's breakfast. Dinner, lunch is regular. You know, it could be anything. It could be sambar. It could be aloo gravy or rice. I'm a rice eater, by the way. He's a roti eater. And rice, you don't put on weight with rice.
No, you don't.
You don't. That's the biggest myth of the century. What else? बहुत रेगुलर खाना है, इंडियन रेगुलर खाना है.
बट ये चैलेंज ऐसा है कि यू हैव टू, वो बचपन में करते हैं ना, अभी वीर के लिए भी करोगे आप लोग कुछ साल बाद, मैच द फॉलोइंग.
अच्छा,
है ना?
ठीक है.
तो मैं एक एक लाइन बोलूंगा, आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा सुपर फूड अलाइंस विद दैट लाइन, एंड एट द एंड ऑफ 5 we will say how many of you got it, मतलब how many you got correctly.
Okay.
Whoever gets the maximum number of it correctly gets a hamper.
Okay.
Basically. ठीक है. So this superfood has a low glycemic index that controls blood sugar levels.
Glycemic क्या होता है?
वो है glycemic index. Okay, controls blood sugar levels, reduces diabetes by 32%. Also contains high levels of magnesium, helps to prevent any kind of heart disease.
It could be alsi, I feel.
Alsi, you're saying. So
I
flaxseed.
think so.
What are you saying?
Flaxseed, yeah.
कुछ भी ले लो यार. मुझे तो सवाल ही समझ नहीं आया.
क्या इसमें से कौन सा ब्लड शुगर लेवल कंट्रोल करने के लिए हो सकता है? किनोआ.
जो भी.
Okay, चलो. This is a good source of dietary fiber and omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3 I know alsi.
मैंने किया ना पहले.
हाँ, but
दोनों का सेम है.
हाँ,
अच्छा,
same.
ठीक है, देखते हैं. Okay.
this fiber is primarily in its coat. It makes people less hungry and also helps in making platelets. Okay? वो तो बोल दिया ना.
हाँ, yeah,
यही है पूरा continuation वही है. Wait, this is the second one. So you said flaxseed, both
Yeah,
of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flaxseed. That is the
Second
continuation.
was flaxseed.
हाँ,
yeah.
this is the third one. Now
हाँ.
I'm saying.
हाँ.
This is a source of different antioxidants
Okay.
such as chlorogenic acid,
Black rice.
caffeic acid, and aids the digestive system.
Black rice.
Okay.
देखो पता हो या नहीं, कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए.
हाँ, वही तो.
अभी इसने मेरे को अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट कर दिया. Okay, चलो ये whatever this is.
Quinoa.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Dash, often used substitute for rice.
हाँ.
It is referred to as a grain,
हाँ.
but it is a seed.
Seed, तो यही होगा.
It is
ये जो भी-
gluten free and packed with protein, vitamins, and other nutrients.
हाँ.
Chia seed. Chia seed. Chia seed.
Okay. Chia seed. What are you saying?
I'm saying she wins. This brown rice, okay.
Brown rice. Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Dash has always seemed exotic, contains high amounts of antioxidants, is known to be cancer fighting, beneficial for inflammatory conditions. Exotic.
Exotic.
ये जो भी है ये काला दलिया.
Chia seeds.
Dude, I hate this question. Maybe brown rice, yeah.
Brown rice.
हाँ.
Okay, now for the first one.
मैं तुम्हें याद भी नहीं है कि हमने क्या बोला.
मुझे याद है.
अच्छा?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Low glycemic index. She said quinoa.
Yeah.
You said alsi.
अच्छा.
Yes.
Okay.
You did say alsi. First वाला दोनों ने गलत बोला है.
हाँ,
Okay.
okay.
It is brown rice.
Okay.
Okay. Low glycemic index. दोनों ने गलत 0.
Okay.
Second वाला flaxseed बोला है. दोनों ने सही बोला है.
Okay.
Yes.
1 all. Third वाला chlorogenic acid, caffeic acid. You said quinoa.
Yes.
And you said what?
I just say the golden words and forget about it.
said
man.
this.
You said हाँ. You said
Red,
black rice.
black.
Wrong. Chia seeds.
कितना खुश हो रहा है जब मेरा रॉन्ग हो रहा है. बहुत मजा आया.
Because I'm like you here.
अच्छा, okay.
1 all. Dash, often used as a substitute for rice, is quinoa. You guys didn't choose quinoa. एंड सीड्स जब बोला तो शिया सीड्स में आ गए थे एंड फाइनल वन एग्जॉटिक है तो ब्लैक राइस ये
तो?
भी किसी ने चूज नहीं किया
तो
1-1 है
टाई ब्रेकर करा लो आप
नहीं टाई ब्रेकर कराने की जरूरत नहीं बिकॉज आई लव बोथ ऑफ यू ना
Alright.
हैम्पर्स फॉर बोथ ऑफ यू फ्रॉम इंडिया गेट
Alright.
तो इंडिया गेट हेल्थ की तरफ से आप दोनों के लिए
ओहो
हैम्पर्स आने वाले हैं जो आपके पूरे मतलब महीने का जो ये सारा सामान है यू कैन नाउ ईट आई विल सेंड यू रेसिपीज आल्सो उसमें बहुत अच्छा एक रेसिपी का बुक भी है
I know that.
हु कुक्स एट होम
आई कुक स्टोरीज
या नाइस वे टू पुट इट बट डू यू कुक
मैं बेवकूफ बनाती हूँ ना.
सच्ची मेरे दिमाग में वर्ड कुछ और है बढ़िया वो बहुत अच्छा बनाती है
सो लाइक आई सेड दैट आई लव बोथ ऑफ यू
ओके
सो दोनों के लिए हैम्पर्स है फ्रॉम इंडिया गेट हेल्थ
Thank you.
दिस इज अ हेल्थ स्टार्टर पैक सो अपने इंग्रेडिएंट्स बदलना है और जम के खाना है
ओहो
So this is heavier than me. Hoping I put on
या
some.
एंड इमेजिन बाप रे
ओह वाओ
तो इसमें सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स है जो अनमोल तब से बैठ के खा रहा है एंड आई लव द फैक्ट दैट ही वाज ईटिंग ऑन दिस
Yeah.
बिकॉज़ इट्स नाइस एटलीस्ट नोबडी विल कंप्लेन कि हम लोग खाना रख देते हैं एंड
हाँ हम
खाते
कोई
नहीं
खाते
हैं।
नहीं है. हाँ.
but thank you for doing this but I have to ask you you know that what is your idea of fitness because you guys eat normal regular food
Yeah.
what is your idea of fitness
See, honestly, my idea of fitness is nothing to do with weight issues. It's just to be fit, you know, to be able to do the things you want to do without feeling tired. That's my idea of fitness. And I always say, you know, even when I want to work out, I always turn to yoga. I'm
Yeah.
not a gym person like him. So I always feel that, I always say that yoga is not about just reaching your soul, it's about touching your soul. You know, so for me, it's more intrinsic. It's something that you need to feel good also. So
Absolutely.
it's mental and physical both, and it's nothing to do with weight issues. So I'm not into that, you know, कि ये पिया तो
Weight क्यों
इतना
बढ़ गया?
calorie और ये and this kino and so much fuss in life for what? I'm not into that.
what about you
My idea of fitness is Akshay Kumar.
अच्छा
What he does,
disciplined
बस फॉलो करो जो अक्षय कुमार कह रहे हैं बस आंख बंद करके फॉलो करो जैसा वो खाते हैं देसी जैसे वो अपनी लाइफ जीते हैं फिटनेस आई थिंक वी शुड ऑल जस्ट फॉलो अक्षय कुमार व्हेन इट कम्स टू फिटनेस बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अबाउट showing those muscles or those six pack or anything. I think if there is somebody who's fittest in the industry, it's Akshay Kumar. That kind of fitness is the right fitness. Yeah.
Absolutely, and thank you for doing this. I have to say this that
Yeah.
what makes me love you guys even more is that there are 3 things that I would never tolerate in any relationship, friendship, anything. And I always say this to people who I get close to: that disloyalty, dishonesty, and disrespect. You know, these are 3 things, and it's good to see couples like you guys who are changing that idea for this Tinder generation. किसी को आगे चलने की और किसी को पीछे रहने की बैलेंस करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है साथ में साथ साथ चलना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड द फैक्ट दैट यू गाइज वॉक हैंड इन हैंड यू विल ऑलवेज वॉक अ फ्यू एक्स्ट्रा माइल्स दैन पीपल हु से कि अरे यू नो वी
मैं
आगे है
तुम
और
पीछे।
ये मेरे पीछे और मेरे पीछे हमेशा से ये है सो दैट्स व्हाई आई फील दैट आई होप दिस रिलेशनशिप लास्ट्स इटर्निटी एंड बियॉन्ड थैंक यू
Wow, thank you so much.
More power to us.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. That was wonderfully put.
Thank you so much
Thank you, buddy.
I'm so happy